Hello everyone, I'm Alex and welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you want to support this channel, I just would like to say that the new clothing is officially out right now. Linked in the description below, or go over to internetsensation.shop. I'd appreciate it. And also don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you're new, YouTube has been unsubscribing people, which kind of sucks. So it'd be great if you wanted to keep up with all the videos we post if you hit that button. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about a family member of Colleen Ballinger, who kind of has been relatively swept under the rug with the accusations that have been put against her name because the sister is big, epic, and famous. And that is Trent Ballinger. Now, the weird thing about this situation is that not only were accusations made, but they have now been acknowledged by a family member in the Ballinger sphere. Jessica Ballinger acknowledges accusations against Trent Ballinger by former young fan. The article says, Jessica Ballinger has addressed the accusations leveled against her brother-in-law for the first time in 4 months. Has it really been going on for that long? I didn't realize that we've been on this Colleen Ballinger stuff for that long. 4 months, that's nearly half of the year. What? Jessica's husband, Chris, is the brother to disgraced mega YouTuber Colleen Ballinger. Amid allegations that Colleen manipulated and groomed her younger viewers over the years, one former fan named Ollie came forward, saying that Chris and Colleen's brother, Trent, used his proximity to his internet-famous siblings to foster inappropriate relationships with Ollie as a minor. Trent has been featured on Colleen's channels over the years, most notably in 2018 when Colleen documented his experience getting a cochlear implant for his hearing impairment. Oh, so something so he can hear better. Okay, fair enough. Oh, so the video was called Opening Up About My Deaf Brother. Let's give it a bit of a watch.
What's up, cuties? It's me, Colleen, and today I want to talk about a very special family member that I usually don't talk about on the internet.
The What's Up Cuties intro has aged like milk, not only because of the Netflix show Cuties, which is a disgrace to mankind, but also Colleen Ballinger. It seems like your interest in your audience and calling them cuties really did stem from a very inappropriate place. You weirdo.
And I've had a lot of people comment that I like my other siblings better, or how come Trent's never in the vlogs? Why don't you feature Trent more? You have also noticed that Trent has cochlear implants. Now, some people don't know what that is. So some people ask, why does your brother talk differently? What is on your brother's head? Is your brother deaf? So because you guys have been asking about my other brother, Trent, for a decade, I asked him a couple weeks ago, hey, I would love to do a video with you just to explain who you are and let you tell your story and what you've been through.
So that's kind of the rundown on who Trent is to Colleen, if you weren't really aware. It's also said that Trent kind of has the development of somebody who's about 13 to 14. You know, that's kind of one of the things that people say about Trent. Now, I don't know if that's true. That actually gets responded to by one of the sisters. And even so, that's not an excuse for a 30-year-old man to be messaging minors. You know, he may not be developed mentally as much as, you know, I don't know, as an adult in his 30s would be. But it doesn't mean that because you are mentally 13 and 14 that that behavior is okay, obviously, because there's still a massive physical difference there. And yeah, it's just not right. We've got the thread here of all the messages that were sent by Trent to Ollie, and yeah, they're quite disturbing. Don't share our conversation with anyone. Anything we talk about stays between you and I. So I guess that kind of shows that, you know, he was aware that what he was doing wasn't okay, that this wasn't acceptable behavior. I'm told not to talk to people under 18. I do so just so spread positivity, so yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, this is quite clearly a thing where, you know, the family members have told him to stay off the internet, and he knows that what he's doing is wrong, which is messed up again. You don't look bi, so I'm like in head tilts. Oh, don't, but yeah, I think I am. Why do you think you are? I don't know, I just think I'm straight, I guess. Just be honest with yourself. You're young, you don't have to label yourself yet. You're very right. I don't want to completely label myself. This is a weird conversation about with an adult. And then he says that he's 13, and he still carries on talking to him about his sexuality, which is not okay. Throughout the messages, Trent discussed Ollie's sexual orientation, got possessive over the minor, and gave Ollie the nickname Peapod. That's awful. In one alleged message, Trent told 13-year-old Ollie that they kind of look like his last girlfriend, and then tried to coax him into talking about sex in this screenshot. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think he was aware of what was going on. I think based on these DMs, I think he knew that he shouldn't have been doing this. Yeah, he's clearly trying to make him talk about sexual stuff. This is odd. He said he was 13. But we have a response from the Ballinger family, somebody who's actually responded to these allegations, and it's an interesting response, to say the least. I absolutely support anyone with incriminating info and to bring it to the authorities. There is a personal nuance to his level of developmental delay, which he has always kept private, but it is much more than is known publicly, and I feel awful for sharing even that. But he's not someone that I have had contact with or have my kids have contact with since learning about his behaviour several months ago. We discussed it with the kids at their varying levels of understanding and asked if they ever experienced anything similar with him. They said they hadn't. So yes, I think anybody with evidence of the crime should of course bring it to authorities and be investigated appropriately. I personally do not have that evidence, but from what I've been shared, I can still see an abundance of personal caution with my kids and make choices accordingly. I'm sad for Ollie, who has always been a sweet, genuine person who shouldn't have had that emotional burden at that age. You know, it seems pretty valid. It's a pretty decent response, to be fair. It doesn't invalidate anybody. In fact, it seems to relatively back up his story by saying, like, hey, you know, people should come forward and, you know, hints that they, well, believe him, really, at the end there. I do think the whole thing about the developmental delay, you know, talking about that, like, it's as an excuse, I don't really think that was kind of the... I think they were trying to make it seem like, hey, you know, look, he's not exactly completely, I guess, mentally at the same place that other adults would be. So, you know, don't judge him as harshly. Look, it's not great when somebody's talking to a minor. You could tell him DMs that he's quite aware that he shouldn't be doing it. But also, I do sit here and I do go, look, if he does have a mental disability that has set him back that far, I'm not saying that you should probably go easier on him, but I definitely think it should be taken into account, you know, because clearly he does not work at the same way that maybe somebody who has a fully developed brain would, you know, if they were to do something like this. It is obviously a massive criminal issue. I feel like I'm stumbling over my words in this video. I don't really mean to do that. I'm sorry if it comes across that way. But it is more nuanced. You know, Colleen knew what she was doing was wrong. She's mentally all there. You know, it's not okay for what she did. Befriending kids is weird. Talking about stuff sexually with kids is wrong. You know, you shouldn't be doing it. It's just stuff that shouldn't be acceptable, shouldn't be allowed to be acceptable, and no way do I want to make it feel like at any point is that behaviour ever excused. It's criminal. And it is illegal, but, you know, it's just kind of sad that somebody, I guess, who maybe isn't mentally all there, wasn't being looked after in a way where they weren't being properly stopped from doing this, because, you know, it seemed like in his messages that he'd been told not to do it, which means somebody was aware that he was doing that regularly. You know, they'd gone, hey, don't talk to people that are under the age of 18, and he did it anyway. Why isn't somebody monitoring their mentally disabled brother and checking in on what they're doing? Why isn't somebody actually looking after them? What's going on there? That's the thing that confuses me here. It's not really defending him. I just can't believe that somebody wasn't, like, spending more time just trying to make sure that this wasn't a thing that was going on. The whole Ballinger family, very odd, very weird. You know, the fact that they're even talking to teenagers, you know, saying that she knows Ollie, I'm sad for Ollie, you know, he's always been a sweet, genuine person. Why did you know a 13-year-old? Why were you guys so buddy-buddy with your 13-year-old fans? Why you knew them on name? It's not ordinary to be friends with them and to be, like, going out for dinner with them like Colleen Ballinger was. It's not normal. It's just such a weird situation. And I also feel like Colleen is going to come back soon. I wonder what the response is going to be to that, you know, because why aren't we hearing about Colleen? Why aren't we hearing about that, you know? I understand that Trent has also done stuff terribly wrong. But why are we not hearing about Colleen? Why are we not hearing about what she's been up to? Why? Because I feel like she's just going to walk back and nothing's going to happen. And that deeply upsets me. I think talking to minors, it's a no-go, obviously. It's crazy to even say that, you know. It's an obvious place that you don't step into that line. You don't walk that line. You don't tread that line. But it just does feel like people will just be able to come back from it. I mean, it's not taken seriously. And I don't know. It's sad. It's a sad reality of the internet for some reason. A place where that stuff, you know, I always thought was taken so seriously that, like, the moment you did it, you're basically excommunicado from anywhere. You know, you weren't allowed to, you know, be seen in the street or whatever. Colleen's just walking around, chilling, you know, for all the shit that she got up to, being sexual with minors in group chats, allegedly. And with Trent, you know, why is nobody taking, like, why do the authorities not do anything about this? You know, somebody should be checking in and seeing what's going on here. There's so much evidence on the internet just sat there with thousands of retweets and then nothing done about it. Why? Why does it just sit there and not get looked into? I don't understand. Sorry if this update video on the Colleen situation has been a bit all over the place. I'm not really feeling very well right now. I'm very ill and I'm currently in the process of moving. I'm not having a very enjoyable time at the moment. I'm under a lot of stress, to be honest, and there's a lot of stuff going on in my life that is upsetting me. To be open and real with you, I feel like I can share you that. My plan is to do a live stream tomorrow at probably around like 7 p.m. UK time, maybe around 8 o'clock, probably about 7. You know, if you look around on here around then, I'll be there. So if you guys want to come and chat, and we can go over some stuff like YouTube stuff and some stories. If you got anything you want me to cover, leave it in the comment section below. And I'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK time. That'd be cool. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. And also, if you want to watch some more videos, you could click on the end screen. That'd be cool. And I will see you guys soon. Peace. God, I feel like I'm like moving at 100 miles an hour. I'm like so stressed out. Why am I like this? I'm dying, maybe. Hopefully not. That would be bad. All right. See ya. See you guys.